What's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel for another reaction video. And just like every video, I want to take the chance to say I hope each and every one of you guys watching is having a good day. And if you're not, just keep on going. I know it'll get better for you. Also, everybody watching the channel right now, please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. An introvert is trying to make a play. I'm telling you right now, every video on this channel is getting progressively better and better. But anyway, without further ado, if you saw the thumbnail, you see we're going to be talking about the TikTok ban. Now, as a kid from the 90s, I really don't have a lot of skin in the game when it comes to TikTok. I kind of ended my social media kick when Instagram and Facebook came out. So I had to do a lot of research to figure out what the bill was actually pertaining to. And a lot of my research led me to a USA Today article that was published on the 13th of March that explained what the legislation would do. Now, it's saying that the legislation calls for ByteDance, the owner of TikTok, to divest or sell TikTok, same meaning. Or TikTok will be banned from app stores and web hosting services in the United States. ByteDance has 165 days to comply. So now we have an idea of what this TikTok bill is all about. Next thing I want to talk about is what everybody else's fears are as far as what are the 170 million Americans going to do who use the app to reach out to people and talk to people that they usually would not be able to contact or make impressions on without this app. The second thing is the creators who've made their whole career on TikTok and have made themselves into their own bosses. The third thing that a lot of people are talking about is the businesses that would lose some of their income because of the app putting their brand in front of people that are actually going to invest in it or at least come by the store and buy something. Now, for the first part, as far as the 170 Americans who use the app, in my ignorant opinion, in my dumb opinion, there's Instagram, there's Facebook Reels, there's YouTube Shorts, there's a couple of other apps that try to mimic exactly what this app does. And in my opinion, most social media apps are icing on the cake of life. It is not a necessity. There's other ways to reach out to people. Like I said, I'm a 90s kid. I understand how it is to not be able to reach anybody and then enter into a realm where you feel like there's no one in the world that you can't talk to. So even when there was just freaking MySpace, there you still have the ability to do that. So none of these people who make that point, it means nothing to me. And that's just in my opinion, because I was born in the 90s. Some people were born in 2000s. Some people were born in 2008 and are having an opinion about this. So, I mean, you've had your whole life where internet and social media is everything to you. So it's understandable. The next thing is the businesses. I mean, not the businesses, but the creators who made their careers on TikTok. Again, in my dumb, ignorant opinion, because I have not been in this space very long, it's only been going on a month or two now, or a month and a half now, I don't see what the problem would be to diversify where you're putting your content at and letting your followers on TikTok know that, hey, this app may be going down. I'm going to be putting my content on in YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels. But anyway, the third thing is for the businesses. It really, in my opinion, this is the one thing that I hated for the businesses, because in the new era of social media, most eyes are going to be on this platform. It's one of the more famous ones, and you have the best chance of making an impression on you. So I can definitely feel for that. But it's like the same thing with the creators and the users of the app. Just go to other platforms. There's plenty of people over there. I mean, I don't want to be cold, but at the same time, it's not like this is the only way that you can reach anybody. It might be the best way, but you know, under circumstance, I think people can understand. So through my research, I was able to find a couple of articles as well as a YouTube page that's a news channel called Clips News that talked about all the issues that America's been having and the potential issues that they could have. And I want you guys to watch the 2 or 3 minute clip right here to get you a better understanding of what's going on.
This is In the Loop. I'm Christian Bryant. In recent weeks, there's been a bipartisan revival of the push to ban or more heavily regulate the app. It's rooted in concerns that the app collects a ton of user data, all of which could be easily accessed by the Chinese government. In a November congressional hearing, FBI Director Christopher Wray issued a warning about the app.
Do have national security concerns, at least from the FBI's end, about TikTok. They include the possibility that the Chinese government could use it to control data collection on millions of users or control the recommendation algorithm, which could be used for influence operations.
And BuzzFeed News reported in June that internal documents revealed that US TikTok user data was repeatedly accessed from China. It didn't specify that it was the Chinese government that accessed it, but even access by a Chinese arm of the business could lead to data being passed to the government on request. The way TikTok's data is handled is a bit of a departure from other tech giants. Google, Apple, Facebook, and Instagram are all American companies subject to US and international regulations on data privacy. Those companies and TikTok all collect user data to run analytics and sell ads. And that data can be pretty wide-ranging. TikTok, for example, knows your device, your location, your IP address, your search history, and messages, and what and how long you're viewing content. Again, pretty normal stuff for using the internet in the 2020s, but what does it mean if the Chinese government might know I'm watching videos about Brexit geezers or dancing along to that Meghan Trainor song? Joining us now to help us put things into perspective is Asma Bernat. She's a PhD candidate at Griffith University in Australia and an expert on digital surveillance. Her research focuses on how it's governed and how that affects human lives. Let's start off with a data snapshot here. If I were to use an app like TikTok, which I don't, not yet, what would I be making available to them?
First is the type of data that TikTok tells us they collect. That's on the official privacy statement that TikTok makes public. And that would include profile information such as your name, your age, your date of birth, phone number, email, profile, photo, profile, video sometimes. And by that, I mean the types of videos you watch, the types of videos you like, the TikTok challenges you partake in. Now, TikTok also tells us that they would be collecting third-party data if you give consent around that, and they would be collecting technical information. And I'll quote here directly from their privacy policy because this is quite extensive. So among other data, they would collect IP address, the type of mobile carrier you're using, your time zone settings, model of your device, screen resolution, your battery state, audio settings and connected audio devices, and even the types of keystroke patterns or rhythms. But that's not it. So there's a second part to the story. And there's in August this year, a Canberra-based company called Internet 2.0, they actually looked at the source code of TikTok. The first thing they found was that TikTok does something that's called device mapping. So it retrieves all other running apps on your phone, and it gathers all information about the apps that are installed on the phone, and it creates a type of a diagram of your phone.
So what I'm understanding is that there is potentially a lot of information that is kind of flowing through the app. How does it have national security consequences if TikTok user data falls into the hands of the Chinese government?
There's the types of concerns that we've already seen play out in reality, that we already have a growing evidence, a growing body of evidence to support. And there's the types of concerns that are more hypothetical. So the first type concerns information manipulation on the app. And that's definitely not hypothetical anymore. So we have seen, for example, in 2019, we saw lots of news coverage on the protests in Hong Kong. And they were absolutely censored on the Chinese version of TikTok, which is called Douyin. Now, a year later in 2020, there's another Canberra-based think tank called the Australian Strategic Policy Institute. And what they found was that there's lots of different keywords that are being censored on TikTok, such as LGBTQ+. And then there's a type of banning or censorship that's called shadow banning. And shadow banning, look, it's just as creepy as it sounds, really, because it's a practice where you might put something online, you'll post that, and then you'll be able to see your own post, but nobody else can see that post.
So that was Eclipse News video on the matter of what was going on that led to this point. And in my opinion, it just verified everything that I was feeling. It's not worth it. If all this information that I've been reading and researching is true, which, I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's in Senate right now, so it can't all be lies. Like I said, there's always going to be more to situations than anybody's going to let you know when it gets on a political stage. But just having a government who has no good intentions for us to have our information without us knowing and doing it underhandedly, I mean, I don't know what more anybody would need to be like, nah, bro, we good. It's like, come on, bro. Like, there's all these other apps, bro. You about to get caught up. That's what's about to happen. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about the situation. That's just my dumb opinion. I just put out this video trying to give the most clear representation of what's going on and give my opinion and my reaction of the whole situation. And like I said, I wanted to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about what's going on. If you disagree with me and you have your own information, drop a comment, let me know. Put me in my place. Like I said, I'm ignorant in this space. I'm just learning. I'm just starting to do research for about a week or two on this matter. And I don't know everything. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything about it. But if you would, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend that an introvert is trying to make a play. And I'm out.